I think we have the notes. Yeah, here we go. Note. Excellent. Thank you, Moon. Oh, it's view only though. Right. Oh, no, that's not. Here we go. Hey, hey, Joy.
Hi, Jay.
Hi.
Hello.
I have
How
a
you guys get to me?
recording.
How you guys get to me?
Yes, perfectly. I have a
Hello.
record. We can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
1 o'clock.
I have a recording going, so I don't know why.
You have what? Recording?
All right. So should we start?
Can we record together?
I mean, you can record whenever you want to, of course.
And it's
It's
the
4 o'clock.
But
Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
I'm doing the live streaming with the OBS.
Okay.
Right, so I already have the live streaming going.
Okay. I will do it with the. I'll do it with my YouTube. My YouTube.
Your, your own YouTube. Okay. Anyway, so let's go ahead and check in.
Ay, Lord, my God.
Or are we gonna hand it over to Ben as well?
Smile. Just a minute. Just a minute.
So should we get started or?
Yeah, Ben is here, right? Yeah, Ben. On mute. You're on mute, please. Ben, can you hear us? You're on mute. Maybe you're talking, but your mic is muted.
Yes, I can hear you. I'm here.
Ah, okay.
Just a minute. My internet is just. Ay.
So should we just get started or what?
Yeah, let's just get started. I think Ben was the one to chair the session. Oh, let's just get started because we have limited time.
I can start checking in. I am a probably 2 point.
So are we checking in?
Yeah, can you hear me? Maybe I should.
Is anyone getting me?
Yeah, I can get.
Yeah,
I can
yes.
hear
Your
you.
line was breaking up, but now it's okay.
Okay, should I check in? I can also
So I
refresh. I'll try refreshing. Hello?
Yes, Jay, I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Ate? Okay, maybe it's Ate. Anyways, shall I just go ahead and check in? Or should we try to?
Time.
yeah, I'm not getting Jay. He's on
Close
mute.
your eyes.
Ben said he could
Count.
hear me.
One,
Should you
two,
try
three,
refreshing?
4, 5. Open your eyes.
Jay, maybe you're talking, but you're on
I'm gonna
mute.
try to get rid of the live stream or the sharing of the screen.
Okay, we can hear you now.
Is that better?
Yeah, it is better
All
now.
right, I think it's just the screen sharing. All right, shall we check in?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
All right, so I'm a 2.15. I barely slept. I don't know if anyone wants to help with notes, but I barely slept, and just I'm definitely here and ready to listen and figure out solutions. And I definitely am hoping that we can get organized and get some clear um, process, procedures, guidelines, etc. And I have been working on everything from assets to the forks to the finances, to the taxes to the budgets and all of it, payrolls, tokens, on and on and on and on every day. Cool. Check.
Okay, I'll go next. Number one. Here and I wish we could get agreement and get a solution so that everyone could with your way. Check. Um, Joyce, Ben, you guys check me please. Let's do a little bit faster.
Hello?
Joyce, do you
Yeah.
want to check in
Can you
first? Okay,
hear
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
I can
Hello?
Joyce.
hear you.
Yes, Joyce, we can hear
Oh,
you.
yeah. I'm at 1.8. Looking forward to this session.
Okay, so at 2, also looking forward to the session. Sorry, I cannot be able to type. My computer is not connected to the Discord at the moment, so I cannot access
Okay.
the Excel link. But I'm at 2, looking forward to the session. Okay, thank you
Okay,
for
yes.
sharing.
I added the
Thank
notes
you.
in the GC chat. See if that helps.
Thank you for sharing. I have them now.
Yes. So I think we have one topic, right?
I have a topic as well. So I think we want to hear info about the legal action. And then for me, the other topic is basically just, you know, guidelines, process, and procedures, how we want to move forward with achieving agreement. So hear from Tay and Joyce about legal action. So I think those are the two main topics.
No objection for me.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's add them as topics then. So topic one, I'll spend 12, 24 minutes, and we don't really follow times. And topic two. So I agree to the two topics if that looks good to everybody.
Okay, that's good for me.
Okay, let's go to topic one then.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So I linked the spreadsheet on somebody deleted it.
I saw it for a
Hello?
second. I saw the spreadsheet for a second. I don't know what happened to it.
Please can we undo?
I think it was whoever's in green. Who's in green? Leave it, tell me.
Pardon?
It says JC Anonymous Koala.
Huh?
The person in that particular field that deleted it is called JC Anonymous Koala.
Let me link it back. Okay, I just copied and paste what is in the spreadsheet. So
Okay.
this is just part of what we this is what we are presenting here is just the figures. But as for the other part, the proofs and all the rest, I don't think we would have time to talk about others. So this is just the figures that we've sent to the labor force in the spreadsheet they gave us to fill. So this is it. These are the ones that we came out with. So,
Say we have a
so
few
as I was
people.
saying, pardon,
It looks like we could have a few people who could check in.
I should do it a little bit fast. Who is there? The person should check it a little bit fast, please.
Hello guys, this is Lucy.
Let me see, wait on.
Okay. At 3, looking forward for the session.
Is there anyone else?
Okay. Is there anyone else?
Other person, fellow jester? I don't know who that is, but
Yeah.
Time to stretch. Please stop. Stand up and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
Is there anyone else, please?
I think I heard them. They want to check in.
Yes,
Yeah, this is boy.
yes. Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Oh, it's Eileen.
Yes.
Oh, I did.
Yes, okay. I want to check in. I'm at 2 looking forward for the session.
Okay, thank you. So as I was, are you guys having the notice on Discord? I mean on topic one.
Yeah, I see it. I see the notes.
Okay. So as I was saying, these are the amounts that we are asking from FKN. These are the amounts that we sent to the labor department. They gave us a spreadsheet and they are the ones that did it like this. So we just established the amounts there. It is clearly written. This is for ATE. This is what I felt. And then there is the value equity package, but we are on column L, line 10. That's the amount ATE is willing to compromise minus the value equity package. Joy is the same thing, still on line column all as on column L, line 28. You see the amount that Joyce is willing to compromise. On line 46, still line column L, you will see from Eileen. Then we have column see column L, line 64. You see for Alex. So if you go down to line 76, column J, that's the total amount plus the equity value package for the four of us. And then column L, still on line 76, that's the total amount we are willing to compromise. So that's the presentation of what we have seen, the figures that we sent to the labor department. I'm done.
Cool. Maybe I turn it over to Ben,
Yeah.
or if anyone else wants to facilitate.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Okay, so does anyone else want to facilitate if Ben can't?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here, Jay and the rest.
Okay, so I'm interested in maybe asking some questions or maybe opening it to questions for everybody, or seeing if they're done. All right, are you guys done presenting? Is that everything?
Yes, you are doing that.
So this is this. Oh, okay. So Ben, like, if we can ask questions, just let me know, or you can.
Yes, yes, that's okay. That's okay. So, okay. So I can see we are four complainant. We have Ate, we have Joyce, we have Alex, and we have yeah, three of you, is it?
For
I have Ate,
Eileen
Joyce, Elaine. So are all of them
and
in the
Alex.
meeting? Do you have all of them in the meeting?
Alex
Alex
is
is
not
not here.
present.
Yeah, who else is not? Okay, okay, that's all right. The opportunity, we can see the figure, but I have a question. Ate, can you answer me? You've written that for your case, you've written that you are owed 792.92 by J. What does that mean? Owed by J.
That's the amount the organization is owing me, including
But you've
the
but you've
jurisdiction.
indicated but you've indicated owed by J.
Yes, J is the one that was called, right? Who was called by the law department?
Okay, understand. But you see now, when we are addressing this issue, it's more appropriate to say owed by the organization because at the end of the day, J does not get the money from his pocket to actually cover the
Okay,
damages or the legal
you guys
process
you
or
guys
anything.
can you guys can edit it.
No, no, I just want to understand so that as we proceed, we can understand who carries the responsibility. But from where I stand, I is where it's the organization that owes you. I think it will be
But I
good for
don't.
us to appreciate
Yeah,
that.
okay. Let's say organization. I don't also okay with me. The issue is if they can send the money to me. That's all. I don't know. Want need to know who owes me. Organization J. I don't know, but I know J is the one that was called. So
Okay, that is clarified. So organization owes the figures are very clear. You have stipulated them. You have unlawful deductions, overtime wages. We have regular wages, and you have others, which is equity value package.
Time
Now,
for breath. Please stop and just hold. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
okay. So look back to something very interesting is that as we've been this organization, there are so many decisions that we had to make together as a group. And in most cases, as you all know, most of the times payroll was not on time. And the reason was very simple, that we could not come to an agreement. Now, we have been in agreement in payroll all the time. There is no single day, I believe, Joyce or Ate or me or Jay approved the payroll and paid people without a decision or a consensus. So the figures we have here, if I may start with Ate. Now, these figures date back from when? Do we have like a timeline on when the
2020.
regular wages? From 2020, so that is
Yeah.
20, that's a period of 4 years.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So all of you, four of you have worked there, have had the complaint for 4 years. Is that right?
I've been here for 4 years.
Okay, you personally have been there.
Everybody's complaint is from the
Okay,
day they started working.
okay, okay, that's okay. So at a period dating back 4 years, is someone taking minutes? Eh? Jay, do you have a person taking minutes or some important points?
I'm trying to take notes. I'm on
We
line
have also
109.
recorded.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah.
that's okay. So a deficiency in payment has been recorded dating back to 4 years. Now, before we move on, I would like to ask Ate a question before I move to Joyce. Eh? So your payment has had a problem for 4 years from 2020. Now the question is, why now? Do we have a discrepancy, or why do you complain? Why are you complaining now? Is there anything that you maybe to go forth and say enough is enough? Is there something that prompted you to want to claim for the back pay or what has not been paid since 2020?
As I said, there are a lot of things. And if we start them here, we are going to enter into arguments, and that's what I don't want. I would just, you guys asked us to present what we send to the lawyers, what we send to the labor department. We have presented.
So
Okay.
this is
So
exactly what
now,
was presented. There's only numbers. There's no other information besides the
no, I
rate.
said there are other informations. There are informations because we put claims. There are so many other claims that we cannot bring them here. We want us to you want you you don't need to see
Time to pause.
the
Please
documented
stop.
part
Close your eyes. Count
before
1,
we come to
2,
compromise
3, 4, 5. Open your
or
eyes.
come to argument. So we have presented the figures we send there.
So this is not everything, right? We're on. That's clear. This is
No,
not everything that was
no,
presented.
these are just the figures. These are just the figures we send to them. So the
Mm.
other part of the documents, or like the part of racism, the part of my treatment, corruption, is with them. We already send all those ones. So this is the one. These are the figures that we are presenting. That one is that it should be paid to us, that we can withdraw the case, because we have sent everything to them with our proofs. These are the figures we want to pay to us. Then we withdraw our case. I don't think we you guys, as you guys wanted us to present us what is going to make us withdraw the case. This is it. So I don't even think I have more than 30 minutes in this session. So this is the presentation. So GSA, he's not the only one. He's with his team. So he can now, you guys can now sit with the team, go over it, and get back to us within 48 hours. I think that's how it's supposed to go.
Okay. That's Ate. Are you done, Ate? Joyce, do you
Yes,
have
I'm done.
Joyce? Okay, thank you. Thank you. That was clear. Joyce, do you have Joyce?
Yes, she's here.
Yeah, again.
Okay, Joyce, your figure is 304,878.18 thousand. That is US dollars. So when does this figure date back to? Is it also 2020?
It was there was also partly there was 2017,
Okay,
then 2022 up to until this time.
okay, okay. Thank you. So what made a claim now as opposed to 2018 or 2021 or or even in 2017. Why are you claiming now that there are some deficit in the payment that you've been receiving?
Why we're claiming now? Because
Yeah.
we are
What?
already we've been going with Jay for many months now about the payment and everything, and
Okay.
it's all piled up.
Okay.
So yeah, we reached our ultimatum. So that's it.
Okay. Okay. So one more question. For the first item, you have regular wages and non-overtime hours amounting to 3,889.75.
Time to take
So
a
the question is,
Please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
so the question is, you are aware for every budget before payment during the payroll, there's a discussion and a vote, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why are you complaining as a lump sum as opposed to complaining monthly? Because in every month there was a budget discussion. Why were you not saying there are some wages you are not paid for a particular month as opposed to waiting to accumulate and claim as a lump sum? Why, for example, didn't you claim for the month of November in 2023 that they did not pay you some figure?
What you mean? What did you say?
So,
November?
so what I'm asking is, for every payment there was a discussion and a vote. Is that right?
Uh huh.
So before any person was paid, there
Okay,
was a
can I answer?
discussion. But no, I'm dealing with Joyce. I'll come back to you, Ate, please.
No, I'm
So
not
there
sure
was a
when you will
discussion.
come back to me or have time.
Now, Joyce, this is
Okay. Okay.
this is a discussion where we need to
Okay.
have some decorum and at least allow the other person to express themselves. So, Joyce, I'm asking, before every payment, we had to discuss and vote and pass or fail the budget. So, in every time we passed a budget, everybody was notified, or you could also see in the payroll tracking how much you'd be paid. So, why are you saying now that there was some amount you are not paid, yet you did not raise the claim or the complaint, or say you had some deficit during that particular month before the budget was passed?
Well, we were just I don't know. I think there is like coercion that we have
Sorry?
to vote. We have to vote so we can be
Mm-hmm.
paid. So
Mm-hmm.
now that all have been accumulated, now we went over to all our tracking hours. Then we saw that
Mm-hmm.
all have been there
Okay.
are discrepancies. So we totaled everything, and then it's time to claim them all.
Okay. So if I get you clear, used to pass the budget even though you are not satisfied. Is that what you are saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you just pass the budget so that you can be paid and move on, even though you knew in your mind you are receiving less than you're supposed to receive. Is that the point?
Well, it was recently only. That was on the
Okay.
recently. But before,
Okay.
everything was okay before.
Okay.
It was being passed like that. But
Okay.
recently, and then when we came to look at our tracking sheet, then we found out that we are really,
Okay.
uh,
So
I don't know.
one more question. What do you mean by unlawful deduction mounting to 5,088.77? What do you mean by unlawful deductions?
Unlawful deductions because,
Yeah.
yeah, according to the law, all these deductions, the pay stubs and all, are not lawful. It's illegal.
Okay.
So that's why
Okay.
these are all the unlawful deductions.
Okay. Okay, I'll hold you for a moment, but I have two more questions for you. Let's hear from Elaine. Are you in the group? Is Elaine present?
Yeah.
Elaine, please talk to
Yeah,
us.
I'm here. Yeah,
Yes, how are you? How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, so I think your figure is the smallest. You have 146, 146,957.55, and your
Mm-hmm.
equity stroke others value package provided separate explanation with labor commission is amounting to 145,833.33. So what is that figure? What does it mean?
I've been working for FQN since 2017.
Okay.
2017 to 2018, right? And then
Okay.
uh, I returned April 2023 up to now.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So that is the equity you have not been paid. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Now, are you aware that equity is based on the profit that the company is making?
Yes. So
So, do you, in your experience with the company, do you feel that the company has made enough profit to be able to pay you an equity of 145,833.33? Yeah, because I know you know the company
yes,
well.
because that was
Yeah.
approved in our POPP. That was indicated in our
Okay.
POPP that yes, come again.
So, which year was it approved? When was it approved? Which meeting?
That was indicated in our POPP. We have a equity value package declared in our POPP, and that was approved before we started to work in FQN.
Okay, yes, I understand. But what I'm asking is, yes, it's approved. I've read the policies. I know. What I'm asking is, do you feel the company you've worked for since you told me 2017 or 2018?
Mm-hmm.
So has it made profit at warrant you to get equity? Now, equity is the amount paid to the owner or owners of a business. But now, what are you paid
Alright,
with if the
time to
business has
quiet.
not made?
Please get focused on the session.
So, as an owner, what are you paid with if the company you're working for has not made profit? Now, you need to appreciate that if you have a company with me or with another person and the company make losses, both of us have made the loss. If the company makes zero profit, both of us make zero profit. If a company make very good profit, both of us are going to earn equity and value packages. Now, my question is basic because I've not been in the company for long. What I'm asking is, in your experience working for the client work, has the company made enough money to be able to pay you an equity of 145,833? In your experience, has it made that profit to pay you, pay another person, pay another person?
I think
For example, if you look at equity for Joyce is 291,667. Look at the equity for Ate is half a million. If you look at the equity for Alex is 62,500. So what I'm asking is, in your experience, has the company made sufficient profit to be able to pay you the equity you are claiming?
yes, I think so because FQN is
Okay,
more than how many FQN is since 2014 or yeah,
okay. So
I
you
think
are
so. I think so.
confident the company has enough money and has made enough profit during your period, not before. You cannot say from 2014 because you are not there. They don't know you equity for the time you are not a member or an owner or an employee. So equity the time you join an organization and become an owner, that's when you can start claiming equity. But you cannot claim equity if the company has zero profit, if the company has accomplished zero client work, if the company has accomplished nothing, has not opened a new branch, has not opened a new product. Now, in that case, even in law, if you read your law very well, the labor you are quoting here is 203. Also check 205, labor code 205. You realize that if you find a company worthy 100 million and you join today, you are not entitled to a coin of the 100 million. You are entitled to the money that the company continue making as at the time you join moving forward. Okay, so for Alain, you've explained that equity, you believe the company has enough money to give you the equity value you want. Do you have Alex? Do you have Alex in the group?
I don't think Alex is here.
Okay, let me go back to
Time to pause. Please
Ate.
stop. Close your eyes. Count
Yes,
one,
okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So I'll ask
Yes,
you the same question. So I'll ask
yes,
you the same question. I know you've been very central in running the company and doing the current work. So my question is simple. Do you believe in your calculation books you've kept, the calculation, the Excel sheets? Do you feel that the company has enough money to give you an equity of $500,000?
The equity
So you're
says
asking,
it's
I
a,
think,
it's a four
Yes,
years equity package.
yes,
They
exactly,
would have
yes.
they
That's
would
what I'm
have
asking.
right? They would have, are you guys hearing me?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, I'm getting you.
Yes, when they say it's a 4 year equity package,
Yes.
does it mean that after the 4 years we should start asking again? They would have said equity value package and then stop there. But when they give a limited time, 4 years, it means that during the 4 years, the equity should be given to the work to the, I don't know, people call it owner work or whatever. It should be given to them
So
for
how did you
four
calculate to
years.
get to,
Four
how did you
years.
calculate to
It
get,
is it is on my pop. It is on the spreadsheet that has been verified in FQN.
yes, yes, I
It is on
understand
the
that, I
spreadsheet.
understand that. Yes, understand that. The question I'm asking is, in your opinion, do you believe the company has made that amount of money to be able to give you an equity
I
value
don't
of?
think I have opinion whatsoever. What I know is they said 4 years equity package.
No,
Period.
yes, but you've been working for the company. How would they get the equity to give you as
But
an owner
why
if it
was it
has not?
stated that 4 years equity package? Why was it stated?
I think
What's
they
the meaning
put,
of that?
yes, yes, I understand. I understand it
I'm
was
talking
indicated, but
based. I'm not talking based on what you want me to say. I'm talking based on the proofs and everything that I can verify. It is written 4 years value equity
So
package,
my
okay,
when
okay,
I
that's okay.
define 4 years
and it's
equity
not there.
package, right? If you have, let's say, $500,000 for 4 years, right? That's very different than $500,000 for 10 years, right? So $500,000 at 4 years would be 500,000 divided by four, whereas 500,000 at 10 years would be a much different number. So if you're thinking about, okay, how much are you getting per year of equity value, saying it's 4 years, make sure it's clear that per year the value would be $125,000 for full-time work. But if it was 10 years, that value would be much different. It would only be $50,000 per
Time
year.
for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
So can I
So,
continue?
so if you work for 25 years full time at 4 years at $500,000, that would be valued at 3.1 million. And if you work 25 years at 500,000 for 10 years, that would be valued at only 1.2 million, right? In terms of just understanding the value. I mean, you can't say just like, oh, it's $500,000 with no time frame, right? Is it per day, per month, per year, right? So you need a time frame to understand it in relationship to the value through time.
Okay. So, Ate, do you get Jay's concern? Ate, are you there?
Yeah. So what I'm asking, should I, is it? Do you guys want me to put it there that value package for 4 years?
It's fine, but it's just saying that the question is saying, okay, let's say you work full time for years, you have $500,000 of equity
Mm-hmm.
in our organization as a cooperative.
Mm-hmm.
The question still remains: has the company made enough money through the client work and the income to be able to cash out that $500,000 from your equity ownership?
Yes,
That's
I explain. Let me explain. We have been talking of client work, and the client we have been having since I joined. It's just that one client joined along the side, but the client we have been having from beginning is Jurasin, and Jurasin is J. So J gives us a tracking sheet with responsibilities aligned to that tracking sheet. So by law, Jay has given me a tracking sheet with all the responsibilities on that tracking sheet. All the responsibilities on the tracking sheet are the work the client has assigned to me. So for us to do the work the client has assigned, then he comes and started selecting the sum that this is client work, this is not client work. It makes no sense. So if we go based on that, I did not assign myself the responsibilities. They were assigned to me by the client.
Time to pause.
He gave
Please
me a
stop.
tracking sheet.
Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
He has been giving me responsibilities on a tracking sheet from the day I joined. He has been giving me responsibilities on my tracking sheet, which starts from communicating on Discord, which is the one of the base to even get into FQN, because you have to communicate on Discord. He always insists that we communicate on Discord daily. That is a responsibility assigned to me by a client. Budget is a responsibility assigned to me by a client. All the rest, the taxes I've been doing, everything I've been doing was assigned to me by the client. I did not create the tracking sheet. I did not create the responsibilities. It was given to me to follow. So when you guys are talking about client work up and down, I laugh because I have been doing the client work from the day I joined. From the
Okay.
day I joined FQN, I've been doing the client work.
Okay.
So based
Can,
on that, can I
can I
finish?
ask a question?
Can I finish?
No,
Absolutely.
wait a minute. Hold on a moment. Let's hear the.
Unmute.
Then there's a
Hello?
noise from your background.
All right.
Hello?
Got All right. So, we need to check in, but yeah,
Can I
okay, continue.
finish?
Yes, please finish.
Yes, as I said, since I joined, I have been doing the client work that has been assigned to me on my tracking sheet. So based on that, there is enough money to pay everyone their equity value package. But as we said, when we were not even interested in the value package from this discussion, it's only if we reach in court that we are going to talk about that. We said for this session, we don't want the value package. Let's focus on the other ones. So I don't know why we are stressing on this value package and we are wasting time. To me, that's wastage of time. It is as I made my presentation, I was very clear when I said we don't want the value package for now. We are compromising the value package and we want to focus on the others. So all this value package to me is just a wastage of time. And
Okay.
to me, which time is money, and I'm using internet, which I will not be refunded for. So I don't think we even need to stay. We have really overstayed in this session. We need to present. And as I
Okay,
said
that's
earlier,
clear.
we have been doing the client work, which has been assigned to us by the person giving us the tracking sheet.
Time to
We have never
stretch.
we have never
Please
assigned
stop.
ourselves
Stand up
responsibility.
and
So
stretch and move
anything the
around for
client
3
says do,
seconds.
we did. So we don't know why we had unlawful deduction like 100% pay stop, 50% pay stop. Those were unlawful deductions, and it is clearly
Okay.
stated there. Check.
Okay, that's clear. That's clear. So what you are saying is you'd like to be paid for point number one, which is regular wages. You'd like to be paid for overtime and unlawful deduction. Is that right? And half year
Yes,
bonus.
and then yes,
Okay, so we sum up those four items. Is that right?
yes, it is there. This is it on column
Okay.
L where I said amount willing to compromise. It's there. The spreadsheet is very simple.
Yes, understand that. Okay, so the figure is 13,345. Is that right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. That is clear. Okay, all right,
For
that
everybody
is
is the
clear.
same
Can I ask
thing.
a question?
Everybody is the
Yes,
same.
yes, understand that. I understand that.
Can I
So
ask a question?
just a moment, Jay. I have a question, just one question. Uh, all right.
Please,
So
if Jay
overtime
has to
wages.
speak, let Jay speak. speak so that
Yes, yes,
we separate.
yes. Yes, you know, this meeting Ate was specifically for you to come and explain to Jay what is
And
going on,
we have
so
just
that at
done that.
least, yes, yes, so that at least he can understand, and the organization itself can understand what is going on. Now, before you leave, or before you switch off, I have one question for Jay. So Jay, here we have a regular theme, or we have a regular flow of regular wages, non-overtime hours, overtime wages, including double time, unlawful deduction, and heavier bonus. So if you look at the three complainants, you'll see that the indication or the input is the same. So they are the same items. So what do you have to say about regular wages? I'm talking to Jay now. Regular wages, that is point number one. Regular wages or non-overtime hours.
Okay.
So how is that figure there?
I mean, it's not my figure. I have no idea how they calculated
Yes,
it, but
yes, yes,
I can
understand,
give you an
understand.
assumption about what I think might be calculated.
Yes.
So I'm happy to present my theory, but it's nothing I can verify based on, I have no idea what the calculations are. But if you want me to present my theory, I have no problem with that.
Okay, so basically point number one, regular wages is not clear to you. So what about overtime wages, including double time?
I mean, overall, like, I mean, I can just respond. Let me just respond. So basically,
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
so this all relates to the question I was going to ask, which is that, if we have a agreed upon budget for this month now, and you are in it, should you be paid for, let's say, 5 hours sitting here in the legal action meeting and discussing pay, right? So that would be the question that I have. So for me, if you have 1,000 hours of main session, primarily arguing, you know, discussing, planning, whatever, and then you spend 100 hours on budget and payroll, to pay yourself and budget yourself, and then you spend 0 hours on the actual client income for the organization. In my perspective, that would equal $0 of pay, because there literally isn't there literally is no money, right? There's no income, no actual money to pay anybody, right? So it's like, if you want to spend thousands and thousands of hours in main sessions, that's anyone is allowed to do whatever they want to. We don't control anyone's schedule. We don't control anyone. So the question is, should you be paid to be here right now talking about this?
Yes, yes,
What is, you said yes to that?
yes, of course.
Yeah. So for me, that's
Okay,
like
for talking
more,
about this session, I don't think I should be paid. I don't want to be paid. But
no.
talking
But if
about
you were in the budget and you
the
came to the
main
session, you're saying you
no,
should be paid.
yeah, okay, yes. If I'm in a budget and on my tracking sheet, the responsibility there is to come to main session, I should be paid. All companies pay for sitting in main sessions. If you know that it is
That's
not a
not true,
client work,
actually.
remove it from the tracking sheet. Remove everything that is not client work and give only the client work to the workers to do. Recruit someone to do the payroll, recruit someone to do the budget. The process of the budget and the payroll is, first of all, too complicated. You do payroll, you verify, you have to do this, do that, do that. Before you finish the payroll, it's already almost more than a week. Even a week, you will not see finish because the process is too cumbersome. When I joined FQN, the process was, it was a little bit easier.
Time for
But
breath.
then you
Please stop and get
complicated it so that we
ready.
should spend
Inhale. 1,
much time
2,
on the
3.
payroll so that
Exhale.
you
1,
will have
2,
excuses not
3.
to pay
Pause.
us.
Inhale together. 1, 2,
Yes, that is what
3.
you did
Exhale.
because
Relax.
you want us to sit around At the end of the month, we spend all night. We don't sleep. At the end of the month, you give us $70. We spend. We go for 155 hours. If you know the main session is just sitting around, cancel them. Remove them from our tracking sheet. Say no more main session. Why main session on Thursday, on Wednesday? A lot of main sessions that you fit in our tracking sheet, and we are supposed to work according to the tracking sheet you have given us. At the end of the month, if we even start working from the top, we will not even reach up to 15 because only the budget and the payroll is too cumbersome. You have made it very difficult. People will spend hours and the work will not be verified. At a certain level, you will cancel it. You will say you have skipped processes. We will go back, and we have been working like we are working like slaves for no pay. At the end of the month, people come on Discord, they cry. People, workers cry, tears flow down from their eyes to feet. Why we stay up? Our neighbors don't sleep because they hear us talking. We are working, we are working. What are we working? That at the end of the month, we still cry for pay. People shed tears. They cannot pay house rent, even light, anything they cannot pay. They cannot even feed their children. We cannot even feed. We go for 2, 3 months because the process is difficult and we have pay stops. We need to go for the pay stops, struggle within the pay stops. We find ourselves going 2, 3, 4 months with no pay. Those are the things that has made us to fight this case because it was too much. It was just too much. We had taken a lot from Jay and we were tired. We have talked, we presented, we talked and we talked. We made proposals to Jay, and he was so adamant with it. He did, when Jay has an idea, he don't listen. And the moment that idea doesn't come to pass, he will not stop. He will make us vote, and revote. When a proposal will pass, he will still turn it as if he was playing with children. Even my children in the house, I don't play with them like that. No respect, no human feelings. And when you want to talk, Jay will start saying that he's been attacked. If all of us we say we are attacked, it's just that some of us we don't know how to play the drama. That is just it. So Jay, we have presented. As for me, I'm no more answering any question and I'm done with the session. Thank you guys. Bye. Within 48 hours, give us our reply, and we hope it's a positive one because I'm no more coming to any main session to talk whatsoever. What you guys asked for has been served on a gold plate. That is it. We have given it. Jay, I have a lot. I have a
Please
lot,
stop. Close your eyes.
a
Count
lot. I have a
one,
lot.
two,
Screenshot
three,
of
four,
you
five.
treating
Open.
us not as human. When you keep guys keep saying the organization, when you go to court, drag the organization with you. Thank God you have board of directors. They will all follow you there. So it's either we settle this amicably or we meet there. I'm tired. Thank you guys. Bye.
Okay, bye. Good night.
Bye.
Could I finish?
I think Ate has poured her heart out, and we've listened, we've heard, but we've also seen the figures. But it's also good to take time and review the figures and weigh, because what we've had is more of an ultimatum to deliver and not time to think. And what we've had is that the expectation is that the reply must be positive within 48 hours. So I think in the best interest would be for the members, J and the other team members, to synthesize the data, the information, but it appears to be one-sided in a way. But when you are coming to a negotiation, you always be ready for surprises and be ready to compromise and be ready to listen. And we have done that. Now the most important step is to go forward and ask ourselves one very simple question, which is, if we were to have a positive reply, is the organization able? If the organization is not able, organization don't borrow money to pay owners and has never borrowed money to pay owners. So that, of course, in most cases is out of question. It's also good now to discuss and do not expect them to come to a meeting again. As they have indicated, they may not come back to the meeting. But it is good now we've heard what the complaint is, why they went to court, and all other things. Even if we don't have the facts, we have the figures. So I don't know what Jay would like to say or add something or call the meeting off.
No, I'll stay here as long as needed, however long you guys want to go. But I would like to just finish what I was saying from before and respond to Ate if it's okay. But obviously, I'll leave it up to the group.
Okay. Okay. So Mamun, I read your statement. It was very clear. You are not in support of the legal suit, and specifically you highlighted that the decisions are within a cooperative and has been made through concession, including all payrolls. And I agree
Time
with
to
you.
break. Please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
I
Okay, you are
agree.
asking me.
Yes, yes, I agree with you that all the budget decisions have been made through a concession. That's what you indicated in your statement, and it is right. But now it's very surprising to hear someone who has been in the concession, but all of a sudden say they are not in the concession because they have a claim to raise and so on and so forth. So, what do you think of the entire situation?
Are you asking me?
Yes, yes, I'm talking to you, Mamu.
Okay. I would not talk much, but
Okay,
um, I have been in this organization for years, from 2018, 17, 18 maybe. And the problem is, there are some void on this organization, void system or void policies in this organization. Actually, I'm to be honest, very honestly saying that, and I've been saying it to Jay that you need to change these policies or you need to fill these voids. And but the problem is, uh, when the people actually every decision was made by all the all the members or all the workers,
okay,
and every budget, payroll, or other things actually made by the consensus of the of all the workers. And yes, there is definitely some delay policies for the payrolls. That's what we all need money, when you work from work when you work somewhere, you need the money to get things going. And then but the problem is, we have been working here in FQN, and FQN have we actually, Jay actually gave us the opportunity to work here. And yeah, but the problem is, um, when people are asking, I have been also working for, I have also lots of equity value package, but I have not been actually asking for those money just because of I already paid by consensus, because I actually paid. He never said he will not pay. He pay us what we worked for. And then, if I say, okay, no, I'm not happy with your payment, that is ridiculous. Because I was voted consensus with all of the team members. And now, if I say, Jay, you were a fraud and you are stealing our money, that is actually not make any sense to me. So right now, if I ask Jay, okay, give me $1 million. I've been working here for 5 years with some sort of calculation. I don't know if this calculation are right or wrong, but the problem is that possible? Is that possible? I am asking you guys. Is that possible? When I asked, everything was made by team consensus, and then after years, I am asking, okay, give me money, $1 million. I've been working here for 4 years, 5 years, so it doesn't make any sense. And yeah, the problem is, I already told you, there is not lots of few void system in this company that actually suffer people, and that's the problem. But Jay has been very honestly,
It's two
actually,
o'clock.
yeah, Jay has been honestly say to people that, okay, these are that, and this is cat, and this is tiger. So I'm just for an example. Okay, you are going to pay. We are going to pay you this for that work and this for that work. If you want to be in the organization, okay, that's fine. And if you
And
want
It's
to
the
five
leave the
break.
o'clock.
organization,
Time to
that's
start.
fine as well.
Please get focused on the
Jay
session.
has been always this honest with the worker, and the great thing of this organization is this is totally transparent and 100% democratic, and that's why I stayed in this organization. And and that's all. Check.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mamun. That was very clear.
You are welcome.
And to me, I have one question to Jay. Is it possible? Can the organization pull together $32,000?
To pull together what?
$32,000.
I can go over the finances. The direct answer is no. We have $5,000 in the for-profit, and we have $20,000 in the nonprofit. Relatively speaking,
Okay.
and we have already we've paid tons and tons of loans from the client, right? So when the workers don't do the client work, they ask for loans to get more pay above the client work, and so there's many liabilities in the co-op because everybody always wants more money than the actual client work income for the organization, right? For the co-op. So when we talk about the for-profit and the nonprofit, these are the clients, right? So the organization itself, like the co-op, is, tens of thousands of dollars in debt because we don't do the client work to bring in the money. So the clients, which is the organizations that we work for, that's the amount of money that they have, right? So if you want to do nonprofit work, that's fine, but legally you have to do the work and actually show that it's done to get the money from the nonprofit. The for-profit, we have a little bit more flexibility on because we could liquidate it and we could just pay that, and that's what we were trying to agree to before, like last week when we had the final payment, which was about $5,000. So if people want bonuses above their actual pay, the actual income from the client work, obviously that can't
Time
come
to
from the
pause.
nonprofit. I mean, that's
Please
just
stop.
extra money,
Close your eyes. Count. One,
so
2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
I would like to, just at least get a minute to respond to Ate. Like, I'm obviously extremely sorry and apologize for anything that she has experienced and anybody that has been difficult with FQN. I don't think anyone has ever said that FQN was some wonderful, beautiful organization that's totally organized and full of money and millions of dollars that we just pay out, But we have definitely been very clear that we have lots and lots of problems, which is why we, hire people as cooperative owners to try to solve those problems and figure out solutions that can work to move forward. But obviously there's something, a core piece of communication and understanding that's obviously missing, which is the idea that Ate, Joyce, Alex, and Eileen and others seem to think that they can write up a POP, which is their proposal to the budget. It has never been approved until it's approved in the budget for the time budget. And then let's say they ask for $500 and we approve $100 or $200 because we have such a little amount of money. Then they sit in main session week after week. They might do like an hour of training and then they do no client work. They bring no income into the organization. And then they expect $500 or more because they want bonuses and they want extra money and they want all the other equity. So it's like they're asking for massive amounts of money and they are unwilling to take the client work seriously. There's very clear that they're not interested in the missions and they're not interested in the work. So my last question to Ate and Joyce and Eileen, I mean, they left, but my question is, are they asking for anything besides money and trying to put me personally in jail? I mean, I don't know exactly what the actual documents say, but it sounds like they are planning on going to court and filing the court paperwork and whatever it takes to do that. And it feels, I mean, I don't know what the paperwork says. I can't believe what the paperwork says based on what they presented here. But, sure, the figures are the figures. For me, it's nothing particularly new. I mean, we've seen these figures for many, many, many months. But in the paperwork, if it says JJJJJ, it feels personal. If it doesn't say the FCON Community Co-op, that's personal, right? So I can apologize.
Please and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
So I can apologize, a million times over, and if people don't want to be empowered, they don't have to come to main sessions and make decisions. That's their prerogative. But then the decisions that are made are the decisions of the organization and the co-op that they're an owner of, right? So we have to figure out how to solve the problems of the organization if we want to. Otherwise, people are not required to be here. But the idea that you can just write a budget, run the payroll, come to a couple main sessions, and never, ever do a minute of any income or client work and expect full payment plus double, triple, quadruple, quintuple money on top of that with no interest in the mission, no interest in the organization, in its success. It's a core disconnection of the value of just a normal business, like a normal everyday business. We are not a normal everyday business. We are a social organization controlled and overseen by nonprofit clients that are 501c3 tax deductible organizations, which is where the majority of our money comes from. And we have always had very tight budgets and very little income. So we're not even, like, a normal business doesn't do that. We're not even a normal business. So it's like, I agree with Mamoon, it just doesn't make sense. And I'll stop there. Check. Oh, and I would like to talk about the process and moving forward, but it's like, I'm willing to negotiate whatever it takes, but if they just leave, how do you negotiate? How do you actually come to agreement and get on the same page regarding, values and understanding even just the basic concepts of equity and business needing income to have money to pay, So anyways, but I totally agree that yes, our processes can be too much, our payrolls can be too much, everything needs to be simplified. Like, of course, let's figure it out and simplify it. I feel like I haven't like we hire people to work together as a team. And I feel like um, you know, Joyce and Ate specifically, over a year ago, were very vocal about just losing motivation, not being particularly interested, like just basically slowing down and stopping. But instead of leaving, they just stayed involved, I guess because they just liked the money.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Because it's very easy to make money with us, and we have lots of loopholes that we've closed now, but that allowed for people to get back pays and get, capital withdrawals, and also, of course, getting paid even to not do the client work as long as someone else did the client work, right? So with that said, it's been such a long time that they're even willing to schedule, and it just feels like when they talk with other workers, it just this fear and instilling and telling people not to schedule with me and not to work with Jay. Like it's almost like this thing where they don't want to work with me. So then how are you supposed to do any work? Like why would we pay people to not schedule and do work as a team? It just doesn't make any sense. And it's been over a year of that, and we can't fire them because they're owners. So it's like, what are you gonna do? But I think we do have a clear process for moving forward, and we are doing the new fork. But yeah, sure.
Well, can I add something, Ben?
Okay, yes, go on, Mamun.
Yeah, thank you. And I actually don't take their whole of words, what they said. Actually, specifically Ate. So she was the one who has taken the most of the advantage of this organization, and mm, actually, last 3 4 months we haven't been paid, and it causes everyone's problem, everyone's in the team. And the problem is they actually block the agreement every time I worked on it. Even only me and Jay, even sometimes Lucy was here. So we are working on the payrolls and the agreement so we can get the final pay. But they just block it, and it causes everyone. Lucy was the one very hurt situation. Me as well, and other people as well. You understand that, right? So when we know something is coming to my hand, and
Time to
then it
stretch. Please stop. Stand up and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
then it is just disappear, and it is just blocked by them. And they were actually team up with something that they are accusing that $1 million of money, which doesn't make any sense to me, seriously. And you know how they actually acted, it it, it is totally ridiculous. They just don't want to listen another person. They just uh, talk talk like, okay, I'm saying this is right, everyone is wrong. And this doesn't make any sense to me as well. And Ate was I mean, the whole situation was here is the legal action. So legal action, actually, I don't know why actually they has taken the legal action. Everything was right. Everything was actually running smoothly. Even last 3 months back, yeah, there was some pay stops here and there, and we all actually affected on that. It had some bad effect on us. Maybe we can just compromise with Jay, or sometimes we can just have some talk, or we can have we could have some solution on that. But this time, when they understood that they are not taking the advantage of the organization, and they are not taking advantage of the of Jay, and they are taking the legal action, and it causes everyone, mind it, everyone has gotten huge problem. And I actually don't take it, and this is seriously annoying. And this is I can express myself, this is so bad. As a human being, you have to listen to others people, you have to respect other people. That doesn't actually respect people, and that is
Time to
hurting.
pause.
Check.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Okay. Thank you, Mamun. We have Jeremy. Jeremy, you've been listening to us and you had the claims that were raised and the complaint and the figures and what Jay elaborately said and Mamun has added. What can you say about the entire situation and what do you think is the best course of action for us to take? Jeremy, I believe you are there.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so I've been following through, and actually, I joined last year, but
Okay.
due to my own reasons and some commitments, I've not been very active. So, uh, but from what I can say and what I've listened is that okay, I find it hard for my few experience I had for the short period of time I was working, because even me, I saw um, actually there was a lot of benefit being enjoyed by Ate. I don't know why she's very bitter, and because there was like internet. There was like I remember there was okay for the period I was there. Actually, everyone was being paid.
Yeah, yeah, solar panel, laptops,
Yeah, laptop and all that, and
and electricity sometimes. Yeah.
yeah, electricity. Yeah, sure. So I never had anyone complaining, including myself, because we tracked hours. Actually, then for the few work who were being assigned at that time, it was okay. There was some client work I was not really conversant, but there was some other like budget which we were working and we tracked. Everyone was being paid well. I mean, according to the work they have done. So I don't know why they are raising it now, and it has not even been long. Or but again, for the figures, I find it as well like it's not. It's crazy. Like I can't even. That's a lot of money actually. How did it accumulate and all that period they've been working and they didn't raise any
Time for
complaint?
breath. Please
They're
stop.
raising it now.
Now inhale.
Even
One,
if it's payment maybe for a
one,
short time,
two,
maybe
three.
it's for some
Pause.
months,
Inhale together.
then
One,
I don't
two,
think it can be
three.
that much.
Exhale, relax.
So I think that the best, I maybe I check. I'll really need to check on the. Maybe I'll be doing follow up on the legality of it. I mean the impact, because just like Jay is saying, maybe the organization is not able to raise that. Okay, the organization is not making that profit. Okay, so like there's no way the organization can pay all that money, like borrow to pay something that has not been worked for. And if it's client work, there need to be a record, or maybe like if the Ate or maybe someone say maybe I've been working on this client, maybe they need to be clarification which date did that person, maybe let's say if it's Joyce, maybe which day did she work on that client. And Jay can as well prove, can provide proof of maybe if the client paid vis-a-vis maybe what they're asking. But it's just ridiculous. I think there is no uh, then again they didn't need to like leave the meeting. I think the discussion should have gone until an amicable solution is, I mean conclusion is come, is found. So I don't really understand. This is crazy.
Can I
This
ask one
is
question,
Yeah,
Jeremy?
agreed.
What
Agreed,
years?
Jeremy.
What year were
Agreed.
you involved in?
I started last year
Oh,
from
2023. Okay, thank you.
November. Yeah,
Cool.
November to December.
Okay, thank you, Jeremy. Thank you very much for putting forward your view. So it is normally said that if you demand some money from someone in exchange for your silence, basically that's a blackmail, and someone can decide to hold hostage a process or an organization just because they want to blackmail you for one reason or another, even when they don't want to table the evidence that they have regarding the points or the issues or the complaints that they have against you as a person or against you as an organization. Now, we do not know if
Time to
for any
pause.
reason,
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
so we don't know whether for any reason, even if they are paid, we don't know whether they'll come up with other claims that they say they have filed. They have mentioned the case of racism. I don't know whether they have any foundation or evidence against that or against a person or the organization. So when someone is blackmailing you, it's very hard to anticipate what will happen next. If they see that you can bed to one claim or you can bed to one demand, they can continually bed you over and over again to a point where they finish you or they exhaust you, all until you can't do anything else. So we have Lucy here with us. Lucy, we have had a long conversation talking about what is going on today, and the debate for today was how to solve or to reconcile the parties that are taking legal action and the organization. You have heard or you've seen the facts. So, what can you advise us, or what can you add that is important for this process? Lucy, are
Well,
you with us? Okay,
yes,
thank
thank
you. Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for the opportunity. Actually,
Okay,
it
thank you.
just a lot. I don't know what to say. I have been thinking before I left FQN when I was so bitter until I said, I wish I'm in US. I can sue Jay. That was my thinking by then because I was so bitter because I was abused. I was called a terrorist. I was threatened. until I even um I go to UNHCR to seek for any help if they can have maybe any protection. They protect me because I'm not a Kenyan here, I'm a foreigner. It was due to, I think there was a loophole, too much freedom that given to workers. By then, there was a lady, she's a Kenyan, and because of the freedom that is given there by FQN, that if you're a volunteer, you can just say what you like, you can just abuse somebody the way you want. I was so bitter. And I was like, I wish I have that opportunity to go to US and do that. But later, I just I report my case, and I was told in case of anything, I was called to go to
Time
Gigiri
to
police
take a
station.
break. Please stop, write down whatever you were about to say, and take a break for 6 minutes.
I think you can know where Gigiri police station is. When I asked the person, there is a police station where I am, Kasarani, that the right people to come and pick me. I should not come there. It was too much for me. But I sat down. I left FQN 2019. I was employed in FQN 2017. I stayed up to 2019. I left June. It was not easy for me, but after realizing all this, in life you have to undergo so many other things, and you feel like, okay, you let it go. I let it go. After I get healed, I feel like, okay, let me get back to what I love. I love doing it. That is why I end up joining FQN back last year. I think it is now like my 7 month being in FQN for the second time. There is too much actually that's going on. I was also complaining before about the issue of payroll, all this, but I did not have that issue like before when I left FQN 2019 to take FQN to court again, because I say, okay, whatever happened is gone, let it go. And also, I find it's not the way I was in FQN. At least we have some policies that guiding. At least we have a platform whereby we come for, if I have a problem. It's not like before when we use Skype. There was too much. There was no policy that can guide us. Even Jay was just removing me like ta 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 ta. I was removed all over and given a specific place not to talk to people. You know, I was so bitter. But I forget all of this. And I say, I feel like, let me give myself a chance to work back, to go back and work and do what I love. I don't think I'm in a position even to sue this organization. I feel like when you have started something, you you put much energy to build that thing. I know there is a lot happening. Payment is an issue. The first thing is an issue, but we can just find a way, because we are all human, can just sit back, relax, and find a better way of solving this issue. I don't know, the figures are coming. I don't know which is the best way, because me, I don't know about law. If indeed there is nothing, according to me, this is me. If there is nothing bad that FQN maybe is feeling like they did not do, if the team want to, those who are willing to go to court, they go. I think Jay also, and as an organization, has the opportunity to also present himself, or organization present their documentation, because everything is done by vote, even payroll, all this. For me, I feel like if Ate and her team refuse to negotiate, let's wait and see what the court will do. I don't think whether the court can arrest Jay. I don't know. I don't understand the laws of US. Even my own country, I don't understand the laws. I'm from South Sudan. We don't have laws. When you kill someone, you are also killed. That is our law. We don't have much laws that we can follow. I only know little knowledge about Kenya laws that you can follow. I know in Kenya, when something is happening, and when you sue me, the Kenya court, I will be called, I'll be served, I'll tell my part, that person also tell his or her part, and the judge will sit and weigh the case. Is it going to favor who? Is going to favor who? I don't know. Let's just not, if they refuse to negotiate, okay, it's fine. Let's see what's gonna happen. Yes, I know it's not good. It's not good. I know there are effort, but in life we just have to sacrifice other things for us to move forward. I always believe when I still have two hands, I can still do something and get something better for the future. Check.
Okay, okay, thank you, Lucy. I
Yeah.
heard you know a little bit about Kenya and other places. Thank you very much for your input. Jeremy, you have some input you want to put across?
Yeah. Okay. There's
Okay,
something I wanted to add,
okay.
because from what I see, I think some members, for example, I had Ate and Joyce, and there was another lady. I don't know. Okay, and I heard about someone Alex, something like that. Okay, from what I see, some section or maybe some, yeah, some team members are really, these team members are really committed to do, like, to go. Okay, I had their file case already from what
At
I
the
read,
break,
and they are
time
really
to
committed
start.
to,
Please get focused on the session.
yeah, and it's like they are really committed to swing the organization. So I think they, if, because I saw like we were really trying to negotiate, but they say they are giving 48 hours for uh, Ate was saying. So I think they are really committed to swing the organization. But if if uh, if some team, because many people don't want that actually, majority of the team members actually want this issue to be resolved. And
Exactly.
again, from what I read, there is a lot of money, of course, will be spent in court cases and all that, which otherwise will have paid workers if these issues are resolved. So if that proceeds and like a solution can be found, I think, I don't know how the case will be conducted and all that, but I think there should be a way like some other team members to give the, okay, witness, something like that, to also give their view if it is in court. I don't know whether it will be online, virtual, or I don't know, but there should be a way some other team members should also express what they feel and their experience in the organization. And again, I think, if from what I heard is that they were complaining about payment, I don't know for how many months. If the issue is not payment, from what I heard Jay say, except for some few things which were being done, I think the team members can be paid. Those who, for me, I don't, I just like follow, because if I finish my, I've been committed, like I said, but if I finish, I think I'll be glad to rejoin the team and work. But for those who have been working, I think if the issue is the payment, then I think if issue is not the money, in the meanwhile, for those who have been working, they can be paid. Then, as the issue of the maybe court cases proceeds, I think there should be a way that the pending, I mean, payroll can be run. Some other workers can, even them can be paid. Then, as court cases proceed, I think, meanwhile, that will have solve a lot of issues, because you said like we can
Time
suggest.
starts.
That is my
Close
point of
your eyes.
view,
Close your
because you
eyes.
said we
One,
can
two,
try,
three, four, five. Open your eyes.
because you say we try to suggest solutions. So for me, that is my point of views. Sure.
Yeah, and I just want to add a little thing.
Amen.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to add that actually, in my understanding, this is total blackmail. This is totally blackmail to the organization that I have never been seen that Jay or the organization. This Jay is the CEO of this organization,
Was.
definitely, and I never saw he actually fraud anyone or any scam was there. And but yeah, I every human being or every system had have some problem, have some void, and here in FQN there is also void. There some logical and illogical void exist. But you heard the people. Lucy came back after years, 2 3 years, or after sometimes, because she knows this organization is transparent. This organization is democratic. Actually, the democratic way stand for mutual respect, right? So, as a team, when you work as a team, you have to show the mutual respect to each other, right? But I have never seen the mutual respect from, especially from that person at a. She actually doesn't care anybody of the in this team. For example, we have a back pay option on every budget. Just for an example, let's say we have one
Time for
thousand
breath.
or five hundred
Please
dollar
stop and get
option.
ready. Now inhale. One, two, three. Exhale. One, two, three. Pause. Inhale together. One, two, three. Exhale. Relax.
I even uh, talked about this with Jay, but there was no solution was there. But just for an example that Ben can understand, let's say there was $500 in the budget for back pay. Who anyone can in the team can take that money, or any two of us, any three of us, or anyone can take that money with the consensus vote. The problem is, every time, every month, that $500, the majority goes to that one person, and she will always take that. She doesn't actually. Um, I'm asking just like 80% of most of the time. I mean, 80% of the time, she got that advantage. When you are in a team, you have to look for other team members. You have to look for the people you are working with. They're your colleagues. So uh, this is totally is, I mean, blackmailing in my way, in my understanding. They're just blackmailing the organization, blackmailing Jay, blackmailing other team members. Check.
Okay, okay, thank you very much. Lucy, probably take a minute. I can see your hands is up.
Okay, yeah, I would like just to also emphasize on something, and also a support what Mamun said. There is
Okay,
a lot of, you know, the cause of this all. It's something that has been there. There is superiority in this organization now, but some people know that they know how to do the work. I remember when I joined, I was called all sort of names. Babysitting. I'm not going to babysit you. I'm like, come on. Am I here even to be babysit by someone? I think there was a freedom that given. Then some people abuse that freedom to see others people they look like they're
Time's
not
close.
even
Please
worthy
stop.
to be in
Close
this
your eyes.
organization. That
Count.
they
1,
weren't worthy
2,
to
3,
own the
4,
organization.
5. Open your eyes.
I think that is the where the issue is coming. Exactly, just the issue is coming from there. Some people see that like that the only people that they're supposed to be hard by J. And now seeing everything in FQN is voting. So you have to sometimes just sit there and relax, not mention people. Because when your turn comes, you need something, you still need the vote. You need the vote, your vote is not going to pass. Why? These other people, they will be on the same place. They vote, they can still vote against you because they have the majority. That is the loophole of FQN. Maybe after all this, we are going to learn on how the too much freedom that given by FQN to his employees. I think there should be a limit whereby thing to do the vote, all this, even it is if Queen is focusing on being transparent, yes, it's good to be transparent. But there are other sensitive things when it comes to voting, do all this, that are taking organization down. Other people can take advantage of that. They feel like, no, I'm going to get this. People are always voting because if I don't vote for Jeremy or Mamun, no one is going to vote for me if I need something. So I have to compromise for me to be in the team. If I need something, at least I will get a vote. Check.
okay, thank you. Let us allow Miguel to check in. Miguel, would you like to check in? Would you like to check in?
Yeah, hello everyone. I already put my check-in, write down my check-in. I am
Okay,
8 to 5. I
okay,
the thing is, I hoping to work on the client needs and also the next step on legal action. I think
okay,
you all know, guys, what happened. So you can give me some context, that would be very appreciated.
Do you have
okay,
the link?
thank
Do
you.
you have the link to the notes? I can put it in here again. But the notes I put in the Jitsi. But we're
Okay,
on topic one
okay,
still, and we're on line like 700. But you can see the first 100 lines or so have the monetary demands.
okay, thank you. Jay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What type of an entity is FQN? Is it an LLC?
So we are a very unique structure, but obviously we are a
Okay,
cooperative.
Time to stretch. Please stop. Stand up and stretch
okay,
and move around for 30 seconds.
I'm gonna take a stretch, but yeah, we're a cooperative, and so we're multi-organizational. There's not really a very simple co-op structure within legal established entities. But basically, as an organization, we have equity ownership and we have membership. The membership, everyone has equal vote, and the membership has power and control over the equity, right? So the structure is basically membership equal vote. Then you have equity ownership, and this is based on contribution. And then basically, the membership and owners can appoint a board of directors, and you have your teams, and then we also have the tokens, right? So the tokens represent the equity ownership as well. And I guess the only other thing to understand is that primarily when we do US dollar payments, that is in the LLC, but we also
Okay.
have the nonprofit. So the two primary US organizations are the nonprofit, but the primary structure of the entire network, remember, we are not an organization as far as the FQN network. Um,
Okay.
we sponsor organizations. So the co-ops, when we talk about the entity, we're talking about FQN contributors co-op, or like the worker co-op that we own collectively together as one organization sponsored within the network. In the network, there is I don't know, 5 to 10 legally established entities, and the primary um, overall organization is a statutory trust, right? So the statutory trust works with the 501c3 nonprofits. And even the LLC is 80% owned by the 501c3 nonprofit, right? So the 501c nonprofit has the most control of the funds and the actual legal situation. That makes sense. And the board
Yeah.
of directors, the primary board of directors of the nonprofit is the CCC board, and there's also advisors, which there are some people who are on as advisors too, but that includes myself, Heather, Mel, David, and Kelly. Although Kelly, no, I think she's still there, but she might
Time to pause.
going back and
Please
forth. But
stop.
we can always
Close
change
your
the
eyes.
the board
Count
of the overall
1,
thing.
2, 3,
Anyways,
4,
hopefully that makes sense in
5.
terms of like the
Open
general
your eyes.
structure of how everything works.
Okay, okay, that's clear. It's good for us to understand the composition and the type of entity, for us to understand, to be able to substantiate the nature of claim or the nature of legal suit they can file. First of all, they cannot, you cannot be imprisoned or called to court or for any reason because of money, because the structure of the company protects you as among the owners from any direct legal suits, and that means you cannot lose personal property or something like that. Now, the only problem that could be is the issue of Civil Rights Act of 1964 in your country. I believe you know about that, and particularly that would go to discrimination. And of course, that is, to be specific, that would be harassment. If they put cases like racism, using bad language or bad words, that is the only time you can have personal responsibility. But anything to do with the figures they have presented there, there is none of you in the company that can have any personal burden. It will be the burden of the organization. And then none of you can be jailed or for any other reason. Apart where they now they can decide to file for a law that prohibits harassment. In that case, if they have evidence of harassment, that is when now you'd have a personal responsibility. Now, that being said, we need to wrap up the debate because I don't think you said you want a minute to go through the process. And as you've explained through the entire seats, you've been writing some points, you clarified that the only money that can be found is probably 5,000 after dissolving the for-profit part of the organization. And as it seems, the complainants are very adamant that they want to be paid in full, and their figure is around $32,000. Meaning, even if we offer them like 5,000, they are most likely not going to compromise. And that would leave us with 3 points or three main point of action. And the first one would be ignore the threats and wait for the legal process. Now that would have implication on its own. You are going to anticipate some legal changes because if you ignore the threats, you need to keep your lawyer ready. That means we have to meet and set a budget, or you have to discuss with the relevant people to set a budget for the lawyer. And you also have to find mechanism. You said that during the session, Ate said that some document was deleted and you said it was deleted by anonymous. Was it
Time.
anonymous, Jacob?
Breath. Please stop and get
No,
ready.
that was just a
Now
line in
inhale.
the
One,
notes.
2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
So they said that they linked their spreadsheet with all of their information in calculations or whatever, and then someone deleted it. I think it was Joyce. Someone
Okay.
deleted it, and then they
Okay.
didn't put the link back. Instead, they copied and pasted the actual
Okay.
information from their spreadsheet, so we don't actually have access to their spreadsheet. But I do want to make sure it's clear before we move on in terms of like the co-op and the organization and the administrative branch of the network. Like I said, has about less than $30,000. But obviously, there's much more than $100,000 in the entire network because we oversee taxes and oversee work for all of the other organizations that we work with and support, right? Because anyone can work with us and get a sponsored organization and do their own project and program, like what we do, right? Is support other programs and nonprofits and community organizations. So if they wanted to go, I mean, they can do whatever they want to, but the point is that, for me, that also implies the blackmailing thing. Like if they're not even trying to attack this organization, they're trying to attack other organizations in the network, which is also can be, manipulated and blackmailed, and basically saying like, oh, other organizations, not just us, can lose their money from their lawsuit. That would be terrible, right? And so we better pay them off to prevent, other organizations potentially having legal issues with this. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
that's
anyway, so
very
there's
clear.
definitely other money. It's just not our money.
Okay. Yes,
We
that's
have to
clear.
do the work
That's
to
very
get that.
clear. Yes. Okay. Okay, that's clear. It's good that you have clarified. It's because it means a bad image in one branch of the company brings a bad image in the entire system or the entire alignment of the other companies. So yes, so that would be the first option. Either we ignore them and wait for the legal process. That means we have to set the budget for the lawyer and so on and so forth.
We have
Or option
$2,000 in the budget right now. There's
yes,
$2,000. Yeah.
yes. So another option could be we call them for another meeting, anticipate a drift or a concession, hoping that they will come, and
Are
of
we on
course be
topic 2?
prepared.
I'm gonna go in the
Yes,
notes on topic 2. So call another meeting. Yeah, keep going.
yes, that would mean you have to prepare an offer. So when you are calling them for another meeting, it's good when you have an offer. They are asking a total of I think 32,000 plus something. You can check from the
Time.
spreadsheet.
Pause.
It's
Please
good.
stop. Close your eyes. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Okay, so when you're calling them for another discussion, you be ready to anticipate they can either have a concession or they can even create a bigger drift. Now, it's also good when you're calling them for another meeting, be prepared with an offer and be flexible. You tell them, yes, we see we want 32,000, but because of this reason and this reason, can you allow us down to something like 20,000 or 15,000 that you are going to divide amongst yourself and withdraw the case? And then they have to sign an agreement that they are going to withdraw the case upon receiving that amount, blah, blah, blah. Then we have option 3. Option 3 is to pay them an amount that they want as it is. But again, we be ready for further or for more things to come along. They can say, okay, now you have paid our money. What about how you have discriminated us? What about how you have abused us? What about how we have worked? We have stress. Are you going to pay us for damages? Okay, there are things that are called damages that are not, they are psychological, but they are valued in terms of monetary value. You say you've given us stress, sleepless nights. I was sick because of that. I have headache. We also want you to quantify that. I see now you've paid them, but they bring more issues. Now, that is not what they are going to do, but it is good to anticipate. You can give them money and they say, yeah, okay, these people are soft. We can push them a little bit more to give us a little bit more because that's what a blackmailer does. If a blackmailer asks you for some money and you give it so quickly, they start thinking we did not even ask enough. We can ask for more. So those are the three cases I think can happen. You ignore them, you call them for another meeting and give them an offer, or you can pay them the amount as it is, but again, anticipates for something that can go long. And as you said, you need some time to think about it. I think it's a good time you can think about it, consult the others that are a part of the company, and I think you'll be in a position to solve the problem because the way they are at the moment, they are not at a negotiation mode. They are at a demand mode. They are demanding things, giving ultimatum.
Exactly.
Yes, so they are not at a negotiation mode. They want to demand. They are putting things that have to be done, and they're even putting timeline. So that would mean if you consult with your team and the people that are relevant in the organization for that matter, and at that level, I think you both can be able to come up with a good way forward to approach the situation. So, okay, that's all from me. Unless now we have anyone who want to add something, because I think we have extended and have had a good discussion. Unless Jay has something to guide us on.
Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
So I would recommend that the easiest way to move forward is just keep it as simple as possible, because we can we have to continue to do research and to understand the situation and look at all these options, and that's going to take time. So my recommendation is just keep it very, very simple. And basically the proposal would be, to schedule a main session and invite everyone for addressing the legal action as equal owners, to continue our negotiations and build agreement towards a common fair final payment process, right? For the negotiation, final payment procedure for the negotiation process, right? So for me, I think that is like straightforward. It's clear. It's like you're invited to the table. We are willing to continue to talk with you and work with you, and it's up to you to show up. So schedule main session. We could do Monday, Tuesday. We could do Monday, Tuesday, and I would say Hydra hour 2 or hour 3. We could do Tuesday, Wednesday to give us more time, but they said 48 hours, right? So today's Friday, so 48 hours in business world is like Tuesday, Wednesday, but we could just say Monday just because of the ultimatum they gave us. So I would recommend main session Monday, Tuesday, Hydra hour 3 or whatever. Monday, Tuesday, so it's going to be 24, 25, 27, 28. May 27, 28 of May for Hydra hour. Just do same time, Hydra hour 3. So for me, this would be the simplest thing to basically say publicly and transparently and as an organization that we acknowledge your 48-hour ultimatum, and we are open to continuing to negotiate and get agreement on a process, including understanding, like, so the details would be just like have agreement on how things will move forward, as well as mediator, et cetera, et cetera. So for me, that is just important to respond, and I think that's the easiest way to respond based on what we talked about, because we don't have any like legal information or anything to respond with details regarding the actual matter of the money. And obviously my takeaway from this session is that we need to research laws regarding blackmail, because that is what came up, and that's part of me is like, why is the government not giving us the information? Maybe they're researching that too, so I want to talk to lawyers before I even talk to the government again, right? So because I call the government every day, I'm asking them what's going on, and they don't call me back, and I'm like, well, what's going on? They're obviously investigating this. It's in their lineup, as this is permanent, right? And this is not going away. you can't remove a claim, right? Once you make the claim, the investigation moves forward, period, right? So that's all I have to say. That we need to do the research, find out the more information before we come with any sort of official response to their actual. Like for me, this is the easiest response. And this would be option. What option? There's the three options. This would be, instead, we don't want to ignore them. We want to call another meeting and say, yes, we are in complete consensus to continue negotiations. Miguel. So this is the proposal I would present.
Okay, that's option number 2. You call them for another meeting and anticipate a concession or a bigger drift. And I don't know, would you be prepared to put forward an offer?
Well, that's the thing, is that as everybody is saying here, when you put forward an offer, you are opening yourself up to more potential legal issues in relationship to blackmail. So it's like, I feel like I need to talk to a lawyer first. So my thing I want to do after what happened today is immediately talk to a lawyer and ask them about every single possible detail and research as much as I can about laws regarding, pressure campaigns to get millions of dollars from organizations in the United States, because there's still not really much information besides just the money amount, right? And they're in, all of these laws that are listed here are California laws for employees, primarily in California, right? That, like, we are owners, we run a co-op together. So we need to ask the lawyers, how do these laws apply to the situation that we are in? Because these laws do not seem applicable. So if the lawyers say, oh, these laws are very applicable,
time to start. Please get focused on the session.
then that's going to change the perspective of how you would negotiate. But the old, right, we can put in the details here, the old details, the old payment, final payment process was leading towards over $5,000. And they basically dismantled the process, and are now potentially doing really significant damage to the organization. The question is, is there a loss or the additional harm to the organization resulted in the legal action, right? So I think that's a question to ask. But again, I don't have the answers to those questions. You need to.
You're breaking up, Jay.
And I'm done. Let's go to Miguel. So this is the proposal I was supposed to simple and just presented, treat them like human beings, invite them to the table, and they so choose.
Jay, you are breaking. Jay, we can't hear you, Jay.
Okay, Jay, if you have voice has a problem, maybe you can leave and join. But we've understood most of the parts, most of the
Is that better?
issues you've put forward. Yes, that's good.
So yeah, again, I was just saying that, just focusing on the main session for Monday, Tuesday, invite them to the table, allow them to be fully empowered and negotiate and work out whatever agreement that we can, and then do research in the meantime on the legality of, where we are with the previous final payment process, which was $5,000 plus, and then, whether or not them filing actually creates harm in additional losses for the organization. That should be considered. So anyways, I think we just keep the proposal simple and just get agreement on that right now, and then move forward on work. Me and Miguel want to get to work. We're ready to do. Some of us want to work. I wouldn't mind, for those who are interested, we could go over the SFC, but that would be a separate topic.
Okay, thank you. That's clear. We've also had the position that Jay and the others party will want to take for the matters of the legal suit that that's on our discussion today. So, is there anybody else who want to add anything before we check out? Personally, I want to check out as soon as possible. I have another meeting in a few minutes.
Okay, you're welcome.
4, 5. Open your eyes.
You're welcome to check out immediately since we, all the other people left. But do you want to just vote on this proposal real quick? Can we do that, or do you want to check out first?
Oh, we can vote. We can vote. I'm okay with that. We can vote. So the
So I'll just do
proposal
this
is
really quick.
okay.
Do you want to do it, or should I?
No, you do it. You do it.
So the proposal is to schedule a main session Monday, Tuesday, 27-28, and invite everyone for addressing legal action as equity owners. Right, everyone. Let's actually put their names, including Ate, Joyce, Alex, and Eileen, for addressing the legal action as equal owners to continue our negotiation and build agreement towards common, fair final payment procedure for the negotiation process. Are there any questions?
Yeah, sorry.
No.
Yeah,
There's a question. There's a question.
Yeah, I got one. I already got a lawyer.
Okay, go on with the question.
That's not really have to do with the proposal for the meeting on Monday, but we do have we have access to lawyers to call and ask any question.
Sorry, they have a lawyer?
Oh, everything's in secret. They're just involved in secret negotiations or secret processes that we don't even know what they filed still. We have no idea what's going on. It's all secret.
Also, they already filed a complaint over the Department of Work.
Yes, correct. They filed a complaint with the Department of Labor. And in topic 1, if you look at the first 100 lines or so, this is copied and pasted from some of the complaint that they filed. But again, it's just the financial figures. They didn't actually put any of the information, and they're asking for $1 million, over $1 million.
If I understand correctly, you need a lawyer to file a complaint with the...
No, any worker can file a complaint with the labor board. You don't need a lawyer.
Well, one other question. Sorry, I know that you people need to go, but it's not better to wait until the labor organization give us like a heads up about what is going on? Because I
feel like we can discuss that in the process on Monday. In terms of what is the process we want to go through and what are the steps, and do we wait for the government? Do we continue formal negotiations within the ownership? So for me, that can be discussed on Monday.
Oh, I guess if you are going to negotiate with anyone, it will be a lawyer that they need to decide, they need to appoint. Not design directly with them.
I mean, again, that's up to them to decide what they want to do. But it's complicated because they're not employees; they're owners, right? So owners have rights. So we can't take any of their rights away as owners. Does that make sense?
No, it's not taking their rights away. It's just to wait until the lawyer appointed by them contact you and tell you what is going on. It's easier that way because
they control their own life and their own costs and their own lawyers and all that stuff. That has nothing to do with us. We can't force them to do something for themselves. Does that make sense? We can only take actions that we control.
Well, if I'm not explaining myself, but we can tell them, yeah, please appoint a lawyer so we can speak with him or her, so we can make the things official. It's not. I guess it's easier that way.
Yeah. So I mean, I would say you can personally ask them that if you want to propose that. I don't think that has anything to do with the proposal to schedule a session for Monday. So if you want to propose a separate proposal to send them a request to appoint themselves a lawyer, we can vote on that separately. Does that make sense? That's just a different proposal.
No, I'm just speaking about ourselves and how to address the issue.
Yes, Miguel. Probably I can explain a little bit more. what Miguel is saying is, instead of engaging with them one-on-one, we can have them send their lawyer, and we give them a lawyer for the lawyers to discuss. But
No,
now what we are trying to avoid, Miguel, is
us.
what we are trying to avoid is that legal pull and push, that we are in the mediation stage. And in the mediation stage, we are trying to mediate the problem. We don't really need a lawyer. We need to use the alternative dispute resolution methods where we interact one-on-one. That's why you see, up to this point, we have not involved any lawyer. Probably we can consult at the background, but not bringing them forth. So when we bring lawyers, that's a legal process. But we are trying to mediate without using the lawyer. That's why we're trying to engage them one-on-one. I hope it is clear.
Well, kind
So,
of.
so anyways, like when we start talking about lawyers and paying thousands of dollars to lawyers and forcing other people to get lawyers, that is a major decision that I wouldn't feel comfortable making without probably a major discussion that I think should take at least 10 to 15 minutes. Does that make sense, Miguel? Like, all I am proposing right now is that we schedule a session where we can have a topic on lawyers. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm personally not ready to make any decision regarding lawyers. And I agree with Ben that we are currently in a normal mediation process between owners. It's an ownership dispute. That's what we're in. We should have some clear vocabulary about it so that we can just talk about it. And that's part of the procedures and the guidelines on the negotiation process that we need to discuss on Monday. Does that make sense?
Let me rephrase what I just said.
Yeah.
If the law, well, let me think for a bit. They are not United States citizens, and so they need to hire a lawyer to put to place the sue in the work agency. So without that, that is a little bit like a long shot that they probably they don't have a case. So right now, well, again, this is so sorry if I am speaking a little bit with a lot of sorry if I'm speaking too much, but they need a lawyer, and without a lawyer, there is no case. They can sue whatever they want in the States, but they are not United States citizens. And the FQN organization, as I see it, is an organization that provides work with whatever person that wants to sign in with their own time, with their own pace, and they need just to show up so they can get paid doing work. It's very basic. If they show up, that we get paid. That's happened a lot of times with Jay and a lot of people. We show up, we do work, and we get paid. So what happened is, if I understand correctly, is they are trying to sue FQN because they want to get paid more for work that was not completed. I understand that.
Correct. Yes. And every time we've asked about what work did you create, they will not provide that information. But anyways, that can go into the process and what we would need. And again, we already have a very, very significant process from the previous, $5,000 plus that we discussed from the previous, final payment model.
Well, thank you so much. Because there is no case. So that reason why I'm telling you to wait until they appoint a lawyer, because that means money. It will be $300 per hour for them. So they will, if they're going to appoint a lawyer in the States, it's going to be $300 per hour. And for this situation, it's going to be like a lot of days, and the lawyer is going to charge them up front. That will be the need to invest at least, I don't know, maybe $2,000 up front. I think they don't have that kind of money.
Okay, so we can go back to the options. I like, there's 4 options that I hear right now. There's ignore them, which kind of relates to what you're saying. There's call another meeting. There's pay them the amount that they're asking for, and there's ask them to get a lawyer. So, we can all vote on these. But Miguel, are you against allowing people to schedule a meeting to discuss this on Monday?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So can we just vote on this proposal, and then we can also simultaneously vote on the other options as well, so that we can just move forward, because people need to check out. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So is Uma there? Yeah, Uma's here. I don't know if Uma. Well, let's vote, and then we'll let Uma check in. But you can vote on line 75 for all of the options, the 4 options, or you can add additional options. Typically, I put a number 5, something else. So, are there any other questions regarding the proposal, which is to schedule for main session Monday, Tuesday, and invite everyone, including Atay, Joyce, Alex, Eileen, to address the legal action and build compromise? Okay, no more questions. Are there concerns?
There's a question. Sorry, there's a question, Jay. There's a question. What if they don't show up during the meeting you're going?
That's fine. They're not required to show up.
No, I mean the negotiation. How are they going to go on if the complainants don't show up? How are you going to mediate between them, or how are you going to negotiate with them if they refuse to listen?
We don't have to do anything without agreement. So basically, we are taking the initiative and saying we're going to show up on Monday. If you want to continue this discussion, you can. If they don't show up and they sue us in court, we present that to the judge. Does that make sense? So instead of ignoring them, I don't want to tell the judge that we ignored them. I'm going to tell the judge, if they bring us to court, that we presented them with the option to negotiate on Monday, Tuesday, 27th, 28th of May on Hydra Hour 3, which is 7 p.m. UTC. And if they didn't show up, the judge needs to know that. Does that make sense?
Okay, so if they don't show up, the case will straight go to legal action.
No, nothing goes anywhere without decisions being made. All we're saying is we're open to continuing the dialogue, continuing to compromise, and continuing the negotiation procedures discussion if they are interested in. If they don't want to show up, they don't want to do it, then the meeting can last 5 minutes because there's nothing to talk about, or we can talk ourselves about the process that we want to go through. But either way, if they don't show up, we don't have to do anything. Does that make sense?
No,
but we can also
doesn't.
talk about
Not
the
really.
lawyers. We can talk about a more official response and discuss whatever we want to do regarding the other parts of their request for $1 million. Does that make sense?
Not really. It's not really clear. What I'm saying is, in this case, you are the defendant. You have no choice actually. You don't have a lot of choices. The only choices you have is if they agree to talk. If they don't appear on Monday and you call them another day and another day and they don't come, the only thing you can wait is to be served. And when you are served, the case is no longer in your hands. You wait what judge is going to decide. And the judge is going to ask you for evidence. So what I'm saying is, if they deliberately refuse to come consistently, there is no other choice. The choice is the legal process will start. You cannot have a meeting and discuss what we are going to do. We cannot do anything if they don't want to talk. We cannot pay them that little if they don't want. We can still pay them 32 and they return it and they say, no, we are going to the court because we can potentially get much more. So my point is, if they don't show up, there is no other option. The option is the legal process will start. And that would mean then we need to start deliberating on a lawyer, things like those. Evidence, how to gather the evidence.
Fine, yes. I think that's all correct. So if they don't show
Okay.
up and they want to go to court instead, we're out of our control. They can do whatever they want to do. It's their right. And they're empowered, just like anyone else can go to court.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, cool. All right, so the question was, what if they don't show up? Then we have to do, just wait, and it could end up in court, right? End up in court or whatever happens. I mean, so many different possibility outcomes. Okay, so let's go on to the concerns. There's other questions. There's lots of concerns, including obviously Ate and others gave us a 48 hours to pay $32,000, right? That was my understanding, is they said, we want $32,000 in 48 hours. And so we're coming back to them and saying, we are agreeing to schedule in 48 hours.
Get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale.
Sorry, Jay, if I spoke with all online, but that is harassment and that is blackmail. You cannot do that. You cannot say, pay me $42,000 in 48 hours or I'm going to sue you. That is blackmail. You cannot do that.
I know. That's what we all discussed and agreed upon while you weren't here, Miguel. We literally talked about blackmail for like half an hour or longer. Yeah. So we all basically believe that it's potentially blackmail, and we're going to talk to the lawyers about it. But we're still going to invite them to the table. That's the proposal, is to invite them to the table. If they don't want to show up, they don't have to show up. But they're still owners. They still have rights. And it's just the right thing to do, to treat them like human beings and tell them that if they would like to talk with us, we are human beings as well, and they're invited to the table. It's just the respectful, professional thing to do. Does that make sense?
Well, I got one final question, so sorry. The FQN organization already paid for the work that they do in the past? Or the FQA own them something about the work, their deliverables? That is a question that I have.
So that is up for debate, and it depends on the perspective. Obviously, they are arguing in topic 1, Ate says her regular wages should be an additional $3,000. Joy says her regular wages should be $3,000. Eileen's asking for an additional $400 of regular wages, and Alex is asking for an additional $3,800 of regular wages. So we have no idea where those calculations come from or what they're related to, but that would go into our reconciliation process and payroll process that we already are discussing within SFC, since nobody in FQN wants to do any work anymore, right? So in SFC, we are focused on work. So as soon as this session is done, we're going to have an SFC session and actually get to work. So in the context of doing the calculations, my understanding of the calculations is that all money that's being asked for in the $5,000 plus of the final payment that failed last week, that we all thought we had agreement on, but then they went and initiated legal action, that was all going to be a loan because it was all above the amount of money of client work of value that was brought into the organization, right? So those were the initial calculations, but who cares? We double, we triple check, we quadruple check everything, and we verify it. So that means that I can say what my interpretation was, but it doesn't matter what my interpretation was. The only thing that matters is what we come to consensus on. Does that make sense?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, look, Alex is here.
Yeah, I think. Can I say something?
Well, yeah, but like, let's just vote on this proposal, because I feel like people are asking questions that are not related to the proposal. And if you're against the proposal, then you say something. If you support the proposal or are not against it, then let's just vote on it. It should take literally 30 seconds to a minute, and then we can talk about whatever we want and let the people who want to leave to check out, and then we can continue this on Monday at the scheduled time for those who want to participate. Does that make sense? So Uma, do you have a concern or question about the proposal to schedule for Monday?
No.
Okay. So are there any other questions? Otherwise, would you like to vote, Uma? I'm voting a 8.
I think when you talk about blackmailing at some point, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Correct. Yes, we discussed that a lot already. But anyways, can we focus on the proposal, and then we can go back to you, Uma? Okay. So let's get everyone voting. So Ben, do you want to vote verbally?
Just a minute. I opened the tab.
It looks like you voted a 7 here.
Okay. Yes, I voted. Just a minute. Yes, I voted on a 7.
A 7. Perfect.
Lucy, to schedule a meeting.
Lucy, do you want to say your vote? Mamoon, Uma, Alex?
Yes, I voted 7.
Okay, Lucy 7. Thank you. Mamoon, Uma, Alex?
I voted as 6.5.
Okay, thank you, Uma. Alex wants to vote a 7. All right, and Mamoon, do you want to vote? Maybe we lost Mamoon. Not present? Okay. Awesome. So this passes, so we will announce that. Great. So Ben, you said you needed to check out. Let's let Ben check out. If anyone else needs to check out, and then let's go to Uma. That would be my recommendation. Ben gets to check out.
We have Alex. Maybe Alex can check in first.
Okay, yeah, we can let Alex check in first.
Alex is new.
Yes. And Alex is the 4th person who wasn't here before.
Yes, Alex is
Are you able to
a complainant.
Are you able to unmute? Alex says he'll be here on Monday. Are you able to unmute Alex? My mic is not working. Okay, Alex can't communicate, but you can do check-in on the chat if you would like.
Time to take a break. Please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say.
He just says hey everyone, I have no mic. Okay. All right. So
okay, I can check out.
And Ben, let's get you checked out.
So I have typed. I can check out. I have feeling 5, and I look forward to seeing the progress of the case discussion at hand, and looking forward to the meeting on Monday.
Great.
So
Does anyone else?
That's all.
Thank you so much, Ben. This was amazing to be a mediator and facilitator. It was really helpful. Obviously, at any time, if Ate, Alex, Joyce, or Eileen want to propose a different mediator, that is perfectly fine. They have that right because everybody needs to be consented to the mediator and facilitation. Thank you so much, Ben.
That's okay.
Would anyone else like to check out before we go back to?
Actually, I'd like to say something, then check out maybe.
Yeah, so anyone else to check out? Okay, so if no one else wants to check out, then we're going to go to Uma. And then, so we're still in topic 2/1. Yeah. So go, Uma, it's your turn.
I think we'll be looking forward to that meeting on Monday. And if they opt not to come to the meeting, then I think you should be okay just to face them. Like I heard you say, you've never been reported to a court case, or in your life this is the first time. And that one sounded like, yeah, you could. You're also confident you've been doing the right thing, and you have all the proofs about the agreements and so on. When they ask you for that 2,000, that's not some money that you go and pick somewhere and pay somebody, and then order them that if they don't pay, then this and that. No, if it doesn't work out on Monday, then let them do what they want. And maybe can I check out?
Sure, go ahead and check out.
Yeah, I'm at 4. I'm looking forward to the meeting on Monday.
Great. Okay. Does anyone else want to check out? I think. Does anyone else have anything they want to say or want to wrap up? I think the only other thing I could add is just if there's any questions regarding the forking over to SFC. We're putting together like an info sheet and the steps and everything, but it's pretty straightforward. You just state that you're not part of the legal action, and then all of your equity gets transferred over, and you get double the tokens and double the equity and value in SFC. And everybody who is in part of the legal action is not allowed to participate in SFC. So at least there's one organization that has majority support of protecting the network and not gridlocked. So if anyone has questions about that, you can let us know. Otherwise, I think we're ready to check out unless there's anything else related to the wrap up or next steps. I mean, I guess we could kind of go over some of the next steps. Obviously, we need to announce The session for Monday, and it's obviously completely optional for anyone to come. Does anyone want to do the announcement? No? Okay. It's just getting silence. Can anyone hear me? Okay. So from there, we need to call lawyers and do research on blackmail processes. From there, we need to continue the reconciliation for the payroll and the financial figures they are stating. I think that's pretty much everything I heard. Cool. Anything else? Otherwise, let's check out. So since it's quite silent, I'm going to check out first. I'm going to give the session I would give it a 6, but I'm going to give it a 5, specifically because there was no breaks. Brutal, no breaks, no rhythm. So that is definitely something we should check in at the beginning. If Ben is going to be doing facilitation, I am going to be making sure that we announce the Monday session. I'll be calling the lawyers. I will be working on the plan for SFC and anyone who wants to fork over. And I will also be working on all of the assets and the finances and the taxes and the budget for SFC. I mean, there's so much work. It's endless. Endless work. Work. Check. Who would like to check out next?
I would like to check out next.
Great. Lucy.
Yeah, I'll give the session 4.5. It was just by the way session and we had a discussion.
Time to start.
I hope that we will one day get the agreement and move forward the organization.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I kind of disagree with you, Lucy. I don't know if we are. We might just end up in court for years and years and years. I agree with people. They don't have much of a case from what I've seen so far, but we haven't seen everything. But I think the only way to move forward at this time is SFC and with the fork and having an organization and a group of people excluding any and everybody involved in legal action so that we can come to consensus and come to agreements again and get budgets and get focused on work. So I think that's the only way that I see us moving forward at this time. I certainly hope FQN will come back together, but at this point in time, it's gridlocked. It is basically a dying, somewhat lifeless corpse, sitting around stuck in legal action, and there's nothing happening, and who knows how long that's going to last. It's very sad to be working so many years. Yeah. But anyways, I just want to make sure you understand what is happening in the network, because I'm moving forward very quickly with actual real work and actual value. Yeah. Check.
Okay. I know it's going to take time, but I hope if this not going to screw your life and organization. I know it's going to affect the organization, but if it's not going to affect you personally, not that much.
Of course it's affecting me personally. This is completely upending my entire life. There's just no question about it. It affects me personally on every single possible level. And instead of weeping and wallowing and complaining endlessly about it, I'm just like, I can't do anything about it. It's out of my control. I'm going to get to work and start trying to help other people and start helping other organizations. Why would I just sit here and wallow and complain about all this stuff? I haven't gotten paid for 6 months. I haven't gotten anything. I'm sitting here working to pay other people, and spending 50 hours a week to pay other people who don't want to even show up at sessions and talk as human beings. Like, I'm ready to move on and get to work. And they can come sue us and do whatever they want to do, there's nothing I can do about that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's wait and see what's gonna happen.
Yes.
Okay, check.
Thanks so much, Lucy. And just let us know if you're interested in SFC in the future. We can keep thinking about it. But Jeremy and Miguel, if you want to check out Mamoon, I don't know if you're here, but.
Well, I'm checking out, but we are going to work in SFC, correct?
Yeah, I mean, we could do it, you know, in at minimum 20-minute break, but I could also go for the bottom of the hour, which would be like 50 minutes from now. Either way, whatever you want to do is fine.
Oh no, I guess you're telling me that you are quite tired about the situation, about the meeting. So yeah, I guess a 20-minute break is on the is a very good option. Well,
So you said you wanted to do the 20-minute or the 50-minute?
Oh, whatever is good to you, because I just got here, so I'm fresh. But you need to take a break for sure.
Yeah. So let's just check in at the top of the hour, and then in 20 minutes, and then let's on WhatsApp, and then we'll plan for the bottom of the hour. So that would be 50 minutes from, or 55 minutes from now, and that'll give me some time to eat some food because I do, and just relax for a minute. This is a lot.
Sure.
So
yeah, my checkout is I just got here. I'm quite amazed about the things I hear about people suing FQN. That is something in this moment of the world. We don't need more fighting. We need more understanding and be in peace, discussing things and do outcome. Because there is a lot of people that don't want to do anything, and we need to generate outcome, because right now the world is in a very dangerous place. We need to have empathize with that. So I'm quite amazed to see that a group of people are trying to sue the FQN. FQN helped me in a moment a few years ago that I really need help. So yeah, that is quite amazed to hear that. Well, this meeting, what I heard is, I don't know, I feel quite sad about that. It's like a 4 for me.
Cool. Mamoon or Jeremy, would you like to check out?
Yeah, I'd like to check out. Thank you so much for the session. Yeah. And I really hope a solution can be found, especially I'm really looking forward a solution can be found during this during the second negotiations.
Great. Mamoon, are you here or not? He wasn't here last time. Cool. All right. I think we are done. Thank you all so much, and we'll check back in yeah, check back in later. For Miguel, I don't know. I'll send a message to Moon, see if he wants to work later. But me, you, Miguel. Talk to you soon. And top of the hour. Yeah. And then bottom of the hour, we'll meet. Ciao.